Okay, one thing I am loving, or one thing I do want to get, which I think could make my videoing, at least in the lower part of the map, is to get some kind of arm extender or whatever. I was thinking about trying to make one, but this mobile phone's pretty heavy. And I was like, man, are you putting a lot of faith in MacGyvering some kind of thing? And then I can just imagine the tripod and the mobile phone tipping over, and then all the blocks and the counters going over, and then me just staring at a quick end of the game, I guess. So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I'm going to have to try to figure out. It just need a little bit more because I can get rid of that angle or something. Also, I'd love to get another light because I was like, oh, maybe I'll bring the light over onto this side so it wouldn't be so dark over here. But I'm like, I'm not going to go back and like, no, it's going to drive me nuts. I can see where it's like you have to spend money to for convenience. It's it makes just sense. It would just drive me up the tree. Hold on, let's have some tea. And I don't know if I mentioned, I found out I'm drinking about 5 times the recommended amount of Rue Boys tea or something. So I'm trying to trick myself by steeping it less. But gosh, this stuff is so gall darn good. Okay, so here we go with the Fourth Army, and yeah, I don't know. I guess this turn, there's a couple of things that just didn't go. Yeah, just didn't go the way I expected. Well, I shouldn't say this turn for the Fourth Army. I saw this coming when I saw the Germans swarming like no tomorrow. I just didn't expect this to happen. I really thought the Russian Fourth Army was going to be spending a heck. Like I just thought it was going to be the remainder of the game was going to be the Fourth Army spending time fighting off the Germans and the Austrians here. But I think you know what or I should say, the Russians bit off more than they can chew. They should have just done what they originally wanted to do, is just stay behind this river, and then oh well, that's the way it goes. Because I wonder, see, I don't think we would have ever. Well, maybe it would have went for I don't know. It's too late now, and three divisions are going to surrender, and now the Fourth Army is going to start retreating. And yet again, I'm going to use that beautiful river, the Nita, and go up. So it's almost going to be like in reverse of how they got here, and away we go. But that's the way. Yeah, and if the Fourth Army wasn't moving this turn, I would have transferred some more supply over to towards the Third Army. But that's the way it goes. Okay, so yeah, due to being surrounded and with no possible way of succeeding in a breakout, the 80th Reserve will surrender at 11:09. So this one here. And then also due to being surrounded with no possible way of succeeding in a breakout, the 1st and the 2nd Grenadiers will surrender in Appel at 10:09. So I just don't see. I'm not into this whole thing with breakout, which is such a small amount of strength points. It's just, I mean, I guess it's an exercise in doing it, but no, I don't think so. All right, so here's the mini Great Retreat, I guess you could call it, because I've been reading up a little about a little bit about. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Gorlichi Tarnov offensive, but if you talk to the Russians, it's called the Great Retreat. So you can just tell who got the better end of that story. All right, so move the 70th Reserve and the 18th from Ostrava at 12:13 to 17:11 using column movement. So where's 17:11? Here. Yes, I was originally going to go through Katowice to help the 4th Army HQ, but I was like, you know what? Let's really get going. And the more I can stay away from the Germans and have all this irritating terrain between us, all the better. So they're going here. Both of them. There we go. So that's that. Gosh, that happened quick. But yet again, like I said, with the big picture, the Russians did get the DMs here. So, and you can't erase those. Well, I guess unless you went mental and really pounded it against the Russians and then, changed the scale, but that's not going to happen. Move the 41st from 2211. The 41st from 2211. Okay, so these guys here. Yep. Gosh, it feels weird to be doing this going back. Crossing the Vistula to 2010. So where the heck are we going? Oh boy, we're really going back. Yep, using the river. And then move the 45th from 2111, crossing the Vistula to 2110. Come on now. There we go. Nice and slow. And then move the 47th from 2210, crossing the Vistula to 2209. All right. I might as well pop the cavalry. I'm sure it's not going to be sitting there. I'm not going to do that. And then move, yeah, exactly. Move the 14th Cavalry Division from 2209 to 1808. And I think this is, yet again, using a, using the zone of control influence kind of thing to help out the 4th Army, because, I know that's German cavalry. And then yet again, I've got that beautiful river. So come on, get me if you want. And then in training the 4th Army, HQ, and the 3-3 replacement unit. That's right, we're out of here, man. And yet again, I was like, oh, wait a minute, you just got to start remembering to use rail as well. And just made it. We're right on, we're on the proper side of the border here. And rail just south of, oh, here we go. Gosh, I should have went and studied it again. But I've got Ken's comment in my head. I think he said something about I got to start pronouncing the second bit here if I was doing it Polish wise. S. So Kielce? How's that? We'll see. We'll see what Ken says. And just south of Kielce, 2107. So there we go. And I'm not going to do the little train thing, so you get the idea. And that's it. And I think I'm going to not start doing these little weird edits and going back and forth. And I think I'm just going to do one army movie at a time, one army video at a time, just because when I went to do the other 3, I'm using that, I don't know, the free Windows Movie Maker thing, and it took 300 years to do. I think it's also partially due to the fact that my laptop is just brutal. Okay, before I do end this video, though, I do want to show you a book I've been reading, because I've been getting ready for playing against Ken online. And one of the books that I just got a few days ago, and actually I find it a lot, it's by Prit Buttar, and I find it a lot better than the first book I was starting to read with him, Collision of Empires. I haven't finished that one, but excuse me, this book, really enjoying it. It's Germany Ascendant, and this is what I find really interesting. I'll have to maybe take the thing off. That'll hit pause for, because I can redo the, I don't know if I'll be able to. Okay, maybe no, because I'll have to actually get it off the tripod to show you the whole map. But if you see, like, it's almost uncanny. It's so, they're so well represented to each other. They're so similar. So if you look at the map here, so this is what supposedly the Eastern Front looked like in January of 1915. And we're kind of getting close. But, yeah, you can see the Russians have completely gone way past Przemyśl. It's just like, oh my goodness. But it's, it's not that, I mean, yeah, I've got a few months to go. But the more I'm playing this game, and let's be honest, I've really gone, from what I've been reading, like in the Grand Campaign, when he mentions, Dave Schroeder mentions things such as, you can go against history if you want, and so on and so forth, but my game is only, the model is only set to, under certain conditions, and if you keep pushing them longer throughout the game, the chances of you being close to history are pretty small. And I've really been screwing around history-wise, at least I think, and gosh, this is coming out relatively close. Like, I look at that map and I'm like, okay, I'm only a few months away from it, and it's not that bad, I mean, the Germans are near Warsaw. It's all these weirdo. Oh, there was another cool thing which just blew me away, was when I've been reading that book over there, and they're talking about Ludendorff sending I guess, a kind of a useless, in the long run, big offensive towards Warsaw. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I did that at the very, very beginning of the game. It just looked like a good thing, a good objective to go for. I'm like, oh my God, it's just so neat. I love these little similarities that seem to pop up. And of course, I mean, that's, facilitated because of this amazing game. It's just fantastic again, like I said. Okay, that's it. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, I have to hit the pause thing and do the little quickie map and see what happens. Hold on. There. Oh, nuts. I just found out that I'm not... I'll see if I can use the light again. No, it says not available while using whatever. Darn it, I wanted the light on. Maybe I should have... But I think you can see what I mean. It's... Anyways, I find the actual... Dave Schroeder did a really good job. I don't know. When I look at the Prit Butar sketch, I'm like, was he playing Der Weltkrieg and then popped the map and was like, I'll use that as a whatever, because it's pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know if I can do my hand in the map at the same time. I'd love to. Because I was looking and I was like, hey, this is pretty uncanny. So let's see. No, I'll have to do it that way, I guess. But maybe that kind of, I have to do it that way. It's hard for me to see what the heck's going on. Anyways, I think I'm just being ridiculous. All right, so and then now we're going off to the 5th and the 9th armies, which isn't much actually, because yeah, these guys over here. I'm not doing much with these guys. It's just more or less just jockeying for position to get ready to attack. That's it. Okay.